News dump. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. We've got a trailer for this, Mac, and what?
Full disclosure here.
Yes.
This trailer doesn't look as bad as the internet made it out to be. However,
yes,
there's a 0% chance this movie's good, if that makes sense, right? So this trailer could have been much worse, but there's a 0% chance that this movie's good.
Test screenings say this is the worst DC movie yet.
That I can't agree with. Another 0% chance this is the worst DC movie ever made. It looks like there's a lot of effort that went into this. However, no one wants to see this movie, and no one cares about Aquaman in the first place. So this movie is for no one.
He is not only an Aquaman now, he is an Aqua Dad.
Right. And I don't know why he's living up in Maine. Like, it seems like if you wanted access to like the whole ocean, you would live somewhere where you could, unless he's like using the Panama Canal pretty often. Like, I would live somewhere closer to that has access. Maybe
he just wants the child care access. His father is from Maine.
I would go to the southern tip of like South America or Africa, so you have access underneath both of them to all the oceans in the world, you know?
Is Amber Heard the mom?
I was wondering about that. You'd have to assume so, but I think also they're going to kill her off in this movie. So
is the mom a human, a mer person, or just a fish?
Great question. That's the biggest mystery going into this movie.
So not only is he an Aquaman, he is an Aqua brother. Orm.
Yeah,
this
Patrick
is a buddy
Wilson.
cop team up.
In the trailer, at one point, he's like, I know a guy. And he goes back into that sand castle lair thing that we saw in one. And apparently Patrick Wilson's been banned to the sand castle. And you see this bearded, long-haired fellow, and it's apparently Patrick Wilson. And now we apparently like Ocean Master Patrick Wilson. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like Patrick Wilson, Goo. He's been good in a couple of things, but in general, I do not like Patrick Wilson.
Are you looking forward to the Trident fight?
No, for sure not. Tridents seem very impractical in terms of trying to fight another person, especially when the other person has a trident. You're just going to get locked up like a couple big bucks.
You know what I would do? Quadrant.
Yeah.
I'd get one more pokey thing on there.
I don't think that's going to help you out at all either.
One more pokey thing.
I would just use the spear end of the trident.
Oh, also, the octopus has a bigger role, too. The one that plays the drums in the first movie.
I watched The Little Mermaid on an airplane.
And
I think
well, don't tell us too much because we'll use that in one of our episodes coming up. But
I think that movie is it's most certainly better than this movie, and that movie's not very good.
Let me ask you a question, and once again, don't tell us too much because we need this for an episode. Do you think that movie, I don't know, lacked a giant octopus playing the drums?
The Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
No.
I think every movie might be better with an octopus playing the drums.
Okay. All right.
News down. Big news. Donald Glover's brother, Steve Glover? Is that okay, yep. He had kind of snuck out there that, hey, Lando, not a show anymore. It's a movie.
Yeah, first of all, I always get confused for like 5 seconds when I see him tagged and stuff on Twitter because his Twitter name is Stephen G. Lover, but it's just Glover.
Donald Glover used to tell the joke that his original handle was Don Glover, and it looked like Dong Lover.
Oh, that's really up my alley. I like that type of humor.
That's a good one.
Goo, I think this is a good thing because I don't really know how much there is to tell with Lando. So a 6 or 8 episode run is probably too much. Probably get into the Kenobi territory where we're just wasting time. We don't really care about it. However, you give me 2 hours in total of some Lando stuff, I think very doable.
Going across the galaxy, banging ladies, banging robots,
banging
and ending up in Cloud City.
There you go. That works.
Did I just write the movie?
You might have.
Cloud City,
More than
Cloud
meets
City.
the eye.
I don't know about that. News dump. The Loki Season 2 will be premiering on October 5th instead of the 6th, and also 9 o'clock Pacific time, which equals...
No.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. 6 o'clock Pacific time.
There you go.
9 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, it seems like they've had some we're talking about Disney Plus now. Seems like they've had some success with Ahsoka premiering in prime time on Tuesday nights on the East Coast. So they're going to try that with Loki as well on Thursdays instead of Friday morning releases. I like that because I am generally up at 9 o'clock at night. So that gives me something to watch as opposed to it debuting at 3 a.m. East Coast time. And then I might lose it in the shuffle the next day. And then it takes me 2 days to watch. Just works in general for me. But I also think if the quality of program is high, it deserves sort of that 9 o'clock release. We also got a little bit more of an insight on what this series, or at least this season, is going to be. And they're talking about how Loki's really exploring becoming a hero because for the most part of the MCU, he was a villain. And also talking about how like the TVA is sort of his new family and the people in the show is sort of his new family. And because I don't think, at least for the time being, he's not getting back to Thor or anything like that. So it's interesting. I'm really looking forward to this show. I hope I'm not disappointed.
This time change would have really helped me out when I was doing my more popular podcast, Get Help, the Loki podcast.
For sure.
Because, I used to have to wake up like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to watch it. News Dad. A bunch of scuttlebutt here. A bunch of rumor has it. And I hate rumors because most of this is most likely not true. But I did notice one of these names on this rumor. And it looks like it's Fryer's boy, right? Casey Walsh.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. Fryer will tell us later. But if you look at screengeek.net,
yes,
there's a whole compilation of all this stuff. And from at My Time to Shine H.
Not
he had
Shine.
tweeted out. I'm sorry, what?
Not Shine.
Not Shine, but Shine H.
Okay.
He had tweeted out that in Deadpool 3, the hero will embark on a quest to find the perfect Wolverine throughout the multiverse. After encountering numerous variants played by different actors, he will ultimately conclude that Hugh Jackman could not be recast.
Yeah, I don't think this seems like either he was duped or it's a lot of his own opinion. I don't think this is at all what the movie is going to be. I think it's going to be more a Deadpool killing the multiverse because I think that makes way more sense in the grand scheme of the MCU and where they're trying to go. I do sort of think that we are going to get several Wolverines, though. And maybe that's what he's jumping off of here.
To that, the reliable insider at the Comics Kid, so that is Casey Walsh, has dropped a hint suggesting that one of the Wolverine variants in Deadpool 3 might actually be the MCU's Wolverine. Your ideal casting, please. But then Casey Walsh, once again, we think it's Fryer's friend, and all these people might be nothing. I don't know. But not exactly the movie will end up, not exactly the movie will end with a good idea. The movie will end with a good idea of who the MCU's Wolverine is. And then people are speculating that it might be in the post-credit of him stumbling upon there. Taron Egerton? Maybe?
Yeah, so the three names I have seen attached to this so far with a little bit of like backing. Yeah, it is Taron Egerton, Daniel Radcliffe, and Carl Urban, oddly, has gotten some. Even though he's already in the MCU. Has gotten a little bit of a mention for this as well. I don't know, honestly, who my perfect Wolverine will be. Hugh Jackman worked so well because we didn't know who he was when he was cast as Wolverine. And I'm sort of inclined to want to go that route. I'm more apt to like the character when I have no preconceived notions. However, I'm really intrigued by Daniel Radcliffe in this role because
he doesn't want to do it.
He's a shorter fellow, 5'5", 5'6". We've seen him get pretty ripped. I think he would be able to look the part. I do love Taron Egerton, so I could see myself really liking that. And of course, Tom Hardy is someone that always gets thrown around as fan casting. I would be surprised if we don't have an inkling of who the MCU's Wolverine is at the end of this movie.
So I lean Egerton. If we're going with a well-known guy, I think he'd be perfect for this. Radcliffe would also be good, but he has said many of times that it's not him and he doesn't want to do it.
I really would like the idea of Reynolds making Harry Potter jokes with Radcliffe, though. Radcliffe is going to be in this movie.
Okay, Radcliffe might pop up and he's like, I don't want you. Yes.
I think he's definitely in this movie as a Wolverine variant. I don't know if he'll be there going forward.
Do you think he makes a joke where someone, is like, hey, you're a Wolverine, and he's like, I have to sign up for how many movies?
I'm just looking forward to some sort of Harry Potter reference here. I don't think Wolverine is one of the 2 or 3 most popular characters in Marvel. So I have a hard time believing they'll fuck up the casting. So I've got a little bit of faith here. I would like a lesser known person.
Oh, one of them will absolutely be Russell Crowe.
You think so?
Well, he was originally slated to possibly be Wolverine, and then he was the one who said, no, get this Australian guy over here.
He's also in the MCU already.
Yeah, they don't care.
He'll be Fat Man Logan.
Yeah, news dump. Fat and old man Logan. The Marvel's budget has been revealed, and Mac, it is tied for the lowest in MCU history at $130 million.
Surprising, being that this is going to be a somewhat cosmic story.
Yeah.
But also, in my mind, and maybe this is just my optimism for the movie, encouraging, maybe because they believe in the script so much they didn't have to add a ton of fucking special effects and CGI. Maybe there's just an actually good story in here. I don't know. This is weird to think about that, fucking 32 movies in, or however far we are in movies wise, this is the lowest budget.
Well, I know that the director of the movie, I'm looking it up right now, Nia DaCosta, her big thing is that she is trying to follow in the footsteps of, say, Taika Waititi or some of her other, not big blockbuster directors to join the MCU, where she's trying to tell more of the human story and not just make it all be bang, bang, flash, flash.
Yeah. Again, if you look at the optimistic view here, I think this is encouraging that they didn't dump $250 million in this to just make it look good, but
it is a
not so
cheap 75-minute movie, and we're all here for it.
The closer we get to that movie, the more encouraged I am for it. That didn't even make sense.
Also got a little tease, a little maybe poster is what you want to call it, for the Lego Marvel Avengers. It's called Code Red, an all-new special streaming October 27th on Disney+. And this reminds me of 2-3 years ago, Star Wars did a Lego Christmas special, and I very much enjoyed that.
I think I'm in on a Lego on Legolas. No, I'm in on Lego Marvel stuff, because they can have a lot of fun with it, make fun of the characters. Also, if they don't do a Code Red promotion here with Mountain Dew, I'm going to be real upset. I don't have any idea what Code Red means in Marvel. I'm sure there's a comic book story behind this, but I'm looking forward to this. This is a nice way to introduce kids to Marvel and the MCU too. Just a little Lego stuff here and there. And I feel like it's easy for them to comprehend stuff when it's in Lego form.
Also, speaking of Lego, with the holidays coming up, my family decided that it was the perfect time to buy our holiday Lego sets just in time for the holiday season. We spent a pretty penny, but that's because we didn't want it to sell out.
Sure, I get that. I understand that.
We got a Christmas tree. Right there. We got Santa on a sleigh.
Yeah.
We got a couple polar bears sitting around chilling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what polar bears do, because they're as cold as ice. Unless, their habitat.
Are you a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi guy? Speaking of polar bears.
I don't like cola. If I have to pick between the two, I would go with Coke, but I don't like either.
I prefer Pepsi. I think it has a smoother taste, a little less bitter. But I'm sort of a PepsiCo guy anyways. I like Mountain Dew. That's a Pepsi product. However, I believe Dr. Pepper is a Coca-Cola product, and I love
Dr. Pepper is delicious.
If you had to rank your Mount Rushmore of soda pops, what do you got?
So we're gonna tier soon. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna tier soda pops.
All right, give me your top 2.
Orange soda.
Okay, what brand?
Crush.
Okay, I like Sunkist.
I think Sunkist has a weird aftertaste.
Sunkist is a little juicier.
I also love Dr. Pepper. I love root beer. I love grape soda.
What brand of root beer?
What's the one with the dog on it?
Mug.
I like mug.
Yeah, I like mug too.
Mm-hmm. And some good soda talk, I guess.
Do you like cream soda?
No.
Yeah, I don't really either. Credit to
No.
us. Credit to
You know
us.
what's weird is at my mom's house, she has diet cream soda
Okay.
with a strawberry flavor to it. I'm like, what? There's too much going on here.
Interesting. Cherry
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, also very good.
Oh, you know what? So that actually reminds me too of remember Dr. Pepper 10 that was just for men?
I don't recall that.
There was a product, it was Dr. Pepper 10. There was 10 calories, and on the commercials they would say it's just for men.
So did Dr. Pepper have a man issue? Only women were drinking Dr. Pepper?
I don't know, but then
Dr. Pepper Medicine Woman?
Workaholics did a full 25-minute episode about the product. And everyone's like, did they pay you? They're like, no, we just thought it was really funny. News deal.
Oh, boy.
Got a fight scene from the Continental. This is streaming on Peacock very soon, as a matter of fact, September 22nd. This is the spinoff to John Wick. I do have a correction from the last time that we talked about this. I said it was originally an HBO Max show. I think it was actually a Showtime show. Either way.
I thought it was going to be a movie originally.
I just want ballerina. I'm
with
kind
Ana
of
de
there.
Armas.
I just want ballerina.
I want sexy Ana de Armas shooting people. That would be cool.
It was the best part of No Time to Die. She was in one James Bond or two James Bond scene, and there was a awesome action scene. She was in it. I'm like, oh, cool. Give me more of this. And then she's like, all right, guys, I'm done with this movie.
Give me Ana de Armas in a gown shooting guns. Charges. How hard is that?
I'm not sure. You can call that. That could be the title of the movie, and we're going to watch it.
I'm probably not going to watch this, Goo. You know me, notorious low on the Wickiverse. It's just, there's no reason for me to watch this. There's nothing to root for in this show.
There's also some articles coming out now that John Wick begged them to please definitively kill John Wick.
Yeah,
in the John Wick franchise, but sorry, spoilers.
Gave it some stakes.
So spoilers, they did kill him, but it's not definitive.
I mean, he's not dead.
You're not dead.
Well, not yet.
That we know of. News dump. Could be Goo and Ghoul. Goo and Ghost Mac. Nah, that's not very good. We'll have a working title when Mac is dead and he's a ghost. We'll figure it out.
Raffi can take my spot. It'll be Goo and Mini Goo.
All he would talk about is just Dracula. He's so obsessed with Dracula. It's insane.
That'd be good. That'd be a real niche podcast, but that'd be good.
That's his Halloween costume as of right now.
Ooh, with the plastic teeth too.
Well, we'll see. My 3-year-old wants to be Dracula.
Okay.
Very specifically Adam Sandler's Dracula.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Speaking of which, Mac, HBO has canceled Winning Time.
Yeah. This show started out hot.
Yeah.
The first 4 episodes of season 1, I was like, man, this might be the best show on TV. And then it just really stumbled from there.
Kind of dragged, right?
Great idea. Unique way to make a show, the way they really told the story here. What's his face?
John C. Reilly.
John C. O'Reilly is
John C. O'Reilly.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
Please correct yourself.
Is awesome in this.
Yes.
The show just really, I don't know. I lost interest. I never even started.
I didn't watch season 2. Season 1, the end of the season made me Google too many things. Okay. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I did like it. I enjoyed it. It was just, I hit a point of
not enough drama really though. They kind of backed off from the drama and, it was funny enough. It just, it almost seemed directionless. It was, I don't know. And that too many people got upset. The real life people were getting upset with the show. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, also what's great about it is that in the season finale of season 2, they lose to the Celtics. So the Celtics are now forever the champions.
There it is. As far as HBO is concerned.
News dump. New to streaming this week, Mac, TMNT Mutant Mayhem is finally on Paramount. So that is free if you have the app.
That's
and then
nice.
Also Bottoms VOD on Friday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to watch this week. So I watched 3 movies I hadn't seen on my aeroplane trips. I'm also going to watch, I think it's called Theater Camp, is on Hulu.
Okay.
Now streaming. I'm going to watch that this week. So I think I'm in the 30s for movie scene. I'm doing pretty well for the year overall. I think I'll probably be able to get to 50.
News dump. And finally, on this news dump, Mac, crossover grid.
What?
All right, let's see what we got here. The crossover grid today. This is the movie crossover grid. It's a 3x3 square. You need to match up the actors with either the movie or Best Picture nominee, whatever it is. So let me go ahead and read the 3 actors going across the top 3 squares.
All righty.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jeff Bridges,
Sure.
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, all right.
Going down the left side, stage left, if you will, because these guys are actors. We have Julianne Moore.
Yep.
Best Picture nominee.
Okay.
Box office 200 million US and Canada.
Let's do Best Picture nominees first.
Well, let me first off put Boogie Nights in for John C. Reilly and Julianne Moore. There we go. 40%. Classic me.
Best Picture nominee for Philip Seymour Hoffman, Capote.
Good work. I will put what? Oh, God damn it. The one issue with this is that it's a little wonky of a website. For Mark Ruffalo, I'll put Spotlight.
Yep, that's a good one.
For Mark Ruffalo box office, I will put Avengers.
Mark Ruffalo, Julianne Moore. The Kids Are All Right.
The Kids Are All Right. Oh my God, I put the wrong year. I clicked on the one from 1979 by accident.
God damn it, Goo. God
All
damn
right,
it.
let me put the other one and then.
That's actually a solid movie. Mark Ruffalo, Annette Bening, Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore and Annette Bening are lesbians, but then Julianne Moore cheats on Annette Bening with Mark Ruffalo.
Let's see. Jeff Bridges, Best Picture. What is the one where he is the guitarist?
The guitarist.
King, something of Hearts? Or maybe The Wrestler? Is The Wrestler one?
Jeff Bridges is in The Wrestler?
Isn't he?
That's Mickey Rourke you're thinking of.
I'm crossing paths right now. My bad, guys.
Jeff Bridges, Best Picture nominee. Fuck.
Tron.
I was really hoping we could use Tron.
Oh, I'll do Iron Man for his movie. They made over.
Good call. Yep.
And then Philip Seymour Hoffman, over
Mission
200 million.
Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah. Possible 3. Nope. Didn't make it. Wow. We have blown this one.
I don't know.
We have one more guess. Give me either
Along Came Polly.
Along Came Polly for Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I don't know. Mission Impossible 3 100% made 200 million.
Along Came Polly did not work.
All right.
3 hits. Oh, well. That was a... Hey, you're going to take 100% of the swings you're not going to make.
Shoot.
News.
That Jeff Bridges one we would have been stuck on anyways. We weren't going to get that.
Guys, give us your answers.